What's up, guys? I just wanted to drop in real quick and just talk and add a few more cents on the Biden Charlemagne interview, where he said that if you don't vote for him, then you ain't black. Just one thing that I wanted to get out there is that, like, in all the articles that I was reading, the headlines made it sound like Biden had been talking to somebody who wasn't sure if they were going to vote for Trump, like as though Charlemagne had been talking about possibly voting for Trump, if not Biden. Um, and that Biden said that as like a response to a conversation that they were having about Charlemagne maybe wanting to vote for Trump. That's what all the headlines made it sound like. Biden responds, "You ain't black," to voters unsure if they're going to vote for Trump. No headline made it clear that Biden brought up Trump out of nowhere. Like, that was not what the conversation was about at all. Charlemagne was like said that he had questions about Biden's policies, about like what might help his Charlemagne's community. And Biden out of nowhere was just like, "Well, if you don't know if you're going to vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black." And this is a common tactic among Democrats right now, and just liberals in general, is that if anyone tries to bring up issues that they have with Biden, immediately they say, "Oh, well, then you must want to vote for Trump," which is just like a way that they have of silencing people who have problems with Biden's terrible record. Like, I can't tell you how many times that, like, on Facebook, I will try to say something negative about Biden's, something that I have a problem with about Biden's record, and just like rain down on me that like I am supporting Trump every time that I bring up something negative about Biden. And Biden knows this. That is why he just pivots to Trump anytime somebody asks him about his record. Like, literally, Charlemagne had questions about Biden's record, and he just immediately pivoted to Trump. Like, he is using Trump as a scapegoat, and that is what Democrats are doing, is just using Trump as a scapegoat, which is just like that typical rock and a hard place thing that progressives are always finding ourselves in the middle of, is that, like, if we dare to ask for better policy from Democrats, we are just seen as people, we are just told that we're basically no better than voting for Trump, instead of understanding that, you know what, we have no good options whatsoever. And so I just think that that's like an important thing to keep in mind and notice, that anytime somebody tries to use that, "Oh, you must be wanting to vote for Trump" argument, like, it's just a bullshit argument, and just try to bring them back to the issue at hand. It's like, okay, well, that didn't answer my question. Oh, that didn't answer the issue that I have with Biden's record. You can't just shame us using these fake hypotheticals into believing that Biden is a good candidate, or even being excited about voting for him, because what that does is that is that it makes us more furious, because the whole problem is no one is listening to our problems. No one is listening to the gripes that we have. Nobody is really hearing us and responding to the problems that we have. They're just inventing these crazy hypotheticals and then painting us as these people that are no better than Trump voters. And another thing, when Charlemagne asked that question, Joe Biden first responded, "You ain't black." And then you could hear his handlers from off the screen going, "Oh, that's the end of the interview. That's the end of the interview." Ending it. It's like, that's some authoritarian shit, that a journalist asks questions and not only can he not answer it, but then his handlers just end the interview. Like, we don't get to hear from him. That's some Trump shit, dude. That is some Trump shit. And Biden is just exhibiting more and more and more Trump-like qualities, and we're not allowed to talk about it, because then that's the same as supporting Trump. This is why I really feel like we got to do a third party, man. And once again, this is corporate media covering for Biden. Like, the headline should have been like, "Out of nowhere, Biden brings Trump up as a boogeyman to avoid discussing his record." Once again, Biden brings up Trump as a boogeyman. Like, it's what he continues to do. He just always pivots. He does the "what about" shit, you know. Like, people will ask him about his record, and he'll just be like, "If you don't know who to vote for." Oh, God, I really dislike him. I really dislike him. Bernie.